what I do for work. I did the heatless curls overnight to give my hair some volume, and I'm not mad about it. Although this side is more curled than this side, but it'll definitely like fall out more throughout the day. So very glad I did that. Were vlogging, but then he left because he heard you coming. Dog beach in Huntington, and it is just so peaceful. There's hardly any people here. The dogs were eating a charcuterie board. It's pretty cold when we first got here, but now the sun's out and it is beautiful. Good morning. It is the next day. It is May 2nd. It is Friday. I need to do a little recap of yesterday because I really didn't talk to the camera much once we got to the Airbnb. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but it is so serene. It's so beautiful out here. I just had to talk to you guys out here because I was sitting out here and just enjoying the sounds of the birds, the trees. We don't have trees like this in Vegas, so this is just so peaceful, so nice. After the beach yesterday, it was like a 2-hour, honestly, it was like a 3-hour drive. We're trying to just like cook throughout the few days so that way we're not ordering food and we're we're just like eating healthy and sticking to the food that we eat like when we're at home. So I went to the grocery store and then we had like a 2-hour drive back here and the traffic was just insane. We were in the wrong lane at one point and then Mac had to like cut people off to get back over. People that drive the road that we were on every day for work or whatever it is, I feel like are just angry people, because if that were me, if I had to drive on that road every single day, I would not be a happy gal. I would be pissed off, just like all these drivers were. We were finally in the right lane and then this massive 18-wheeler cut into our lane. This was like after the fact that we like got into our lane, way later. He just like came into our lane. We couldn't back up because his truck was so long and we couldn't go forward because he was touching the car in front of him. So we tried to get into the next lane and there was another 18-wheeler right over there and he wasn't letting us over. And literally like they were about to sandwich us in and the one truck could literally see us and he was like being such an asshole. Mac like opened the windows and he's like, what the heck? He like flipped the guy off. The guy flipped him off. Mac was like ready to get out. I'm like, okay, no, we are not getting into the car. We are going to be calm, cool, collected. We have the dogs in the car. Like, you just never know how violent people are. So I'm like, stay in the car. It's going to be fine. Like, screw the guy. Let's just keep going. We ended up getting home, getting to the Airbnb safe and sound. We're currently in Lake Arrowhead and it is so beautiful here. We've been to Big Bear, California, and I feel like it's like a similar vibe. Yesterday when we were getting to our Airbnb, we passed this farmer's market. Oh my gosh, we were gonna stop and get like some dinner for the night, but we were just so beat, so tired from like sitting at the beach all day and then the drive, waking up at 4 in the morning and getting to the beach. It was just such a long day. We wanted to just unpack the car and then we thought about going back, whatever. We just ended up cooking because when we ended up wanting to go back to the farmer's market, it was like 7:30. It ended at 7 p.m. So we ended up just staying in, cooking, having a night, and it was so amazing. I didn't really talk to the camera much because literally we just watched You. Oh my gosh, You is so good. I'm so sad that it's ending the season. It is the perfect last season so far. We're on episode 7, I think, but it is the perfect way that they could have ever like ended the season. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out. The bed here is so comfortable. The comforter, the pillow, the bed, it was so comfy. And then this morning at like 6 a.m. the sun rises and the sun comes through right into our bedroom. It's just so nice. When we go on vacation now, Buster actually sleeps with us. We don't bring his crate or anything. So he's been such a good boy cuddling with us. So that was pretty much everything we did yesterday. I really wanted to get in the hot tub last night, but like I said, we were just so beat. Mac was like falling asleep at like 8:30. He was like, I don't want to fall asleep this early. It's only 8:30. I'm like, it's fine. Actually, it wasn't like it's fine. I always make fun of him and I get a little upset with him when he falls asleep early, but that's just me because I don't want to be out by myself. But I let him sleep and I watched You a little bit. So we're probably gonna have to rewatch some episodes, but it's fine. It's actually working today and tomorrow. I'm not sure when he's gonna be home tonight. He's shooting a race that's like an hour away. So it's just me and the dogs here having a beautiful little day at our cottage. I actually really wanted to get in the hot tub. That is like one of the main reasons why we booked this place. All the Airbnbs I was looking at, they need to have a hot tub. We don't have one at home, so they have to have a hot tub. But I have some work that I need to get done, so I think I might put like something thicker on because I'm a little chilly. I do really want to make a coffee because I am kind of exhausted. And then I want to go in the hot tub and read because that just sounds so perfect. Look how beautiful this background is. I feel like everywhere in this Airbnb is so beautiful. Typically I'd book like a cabin or something, but I've never ever booked a cottage. And last night I couldn't stop saying like, I'm so happy we booked this place. I'm so happy we waited and went for this one. I was between this one and another Airbnb and the other one got booked. So I was like, maybe it was just like meant to be. And when we got here, I'm like, it was literally meant to be. These windows are perfect. I just love that we can just see like all of this from the living room right here. And the couch, I think it's an actual cloud couch. I'm not really sure. I've never actually sat on a real cloud couch, but I think this is the cloud couch. But it is so comfortable and so massive. I love it here. I am so happy that we're gonna be here for the next few days. Like, this is the perfect birthday weekend. Oh, and we also got the little fireplace going last night and it was so magical. I've never actually like done a fireplace, like a real wood fireplace inside of a house before. So that was really fun. I feel like this is like one of the only Airbnbs that I've been at by myself. I like feel at home. Like I feel like safe and cozy. Like sometimes I go to Airbnbs and everything is like too perfect, too clean, a little bit scary. Don't typically love when there's this many windows that you can't close. I don't know. I just always feel like someone's watching maybe. I don't know. Too many scary books and movies that I've seen. But I don't know. This Airbnb is just so cute, cozy, grandparents' cozy cottage kind of vibes. And I am loving it. When I looked at the weather, I thought it was going to be a lot colder than it is here in real life. So I'm really excited about that. I think because when I looked at the weather, I was looking in Lake Arrowhead. I think the elevation is a little bit higher in Lake Arrowhead than exactly the point where we are here. So that is really nice. But anything like walking distance is 33 minutes away or something like that. I'm considering walking to like a little market that we saw on our drive here. Although when we were driving, it seemed close. It might be a lot farther than what I'm thinking. So we'll see. As of right now, I'm still working. I still have a lot of things I need to get done. So I'll probably be here for a little while before I even consider leaving. And then maybe by then I'll want to go in the hot tub. So that's the plan. This view, I cannot. These windows are amazing. I literally texted my best friend and I was like, we need to do like a cozy cottage cabin reading weekend because this is like the perfect reading weekend Airbnb. So cozy. What? I can't get enough of it if you couldn't tell. So I thought it would be fun to sit down and just kind of talk about like what I do for work, how I got into it, just all the things surrounding what I do for work, because I feel like I always get questions on what I do for work, just what that looks like and why I'm working all the time, or not even just why I'm working all the time, but like why does it look like I'm never working, because obviously I'm home all the time. And Buster's barking at the birds outside. Come on inside. You see the birdies. You guys playing with the birds? Are you playing with the birds? So basically my entire job is social media. It's Instagram, it's TikTok, it's YouTube, it's everything that I put out online. That's essentially my job, that's my business. I don't take that lightly at all, only because of the matter that this is something that I've always wanted to do since I was a child. I have been watching YouTube videos. I have been wanting to be a content creator since I was super duper young. Watch, this bird is only gonna make noises when I'm speaking. Excuse me, sir. So as I was saying, I have basically always been consuming content since I was really, really young. Middle school, honestly. It's always something that I kind of knew that one day I would do. Like I always was somebody that was super entrepreneurial. I've always wanted to have my own business. I've always listened to podcasts and watched YouTubers that had their own business. And that is something I've always wanted to do. So from the ripe young age of like 15, 14, 16, I had like my own little businesses that I would start online and just like reselling clothes, little stores online. I tried to do YouTube. I never really was like confident at it. I've always like tried to dabble in having my own business, but never really was successful at it. It wasn't honestly until 3 years ago in 2022 when I came across UGC and I started doing UGC as my job. If you're unfamiliar with what that is, that's user generated content. So you're essentially just making ads for companies for them to run as an advertisement. So I never have to post content. I don't have to have a following for that. Basically making their social media ad without me having to post anything. And I loved it. Like I started making money just making advertisements for brands, working with brands, and just really understanding the ins and outs of the brand side of marketing, not just like influencing. And then from there, that just kind of brought me to where I am today. It started from UGC. I eventually went into influencing, posting on TikTok, Instagram, now YouTube, growing a community of people, of you guys that I just love to connect with and share my life and my home and things like that. There's somebody walking by. I get a little nervous when there's people. So basically I started doing this like 3 years ago. I've always been someone that I'm gonna set my mind to it and I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do it. I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done and I'm gonna be good at it. Good at it in a sense of like, I feel like I'm doing a good job. I don't know, I feel like as soon as I got into UGC and I started seeing income from it and I was loving it. I've always worked in retail and I've always knew that retail was just, it was that little middle point from me having my own business. I was working in retail and I found UGC UGC, I took a week off from work. I got sick, so I couldn't come into work. And in that week that I wasn't working, I was just grinding. I basically jump-started my UGC journey from there, and then jump-started my influencing journey from there. And here we are 3 years later. Honestly, I still can't even believe that this is my job because it's something I've always wanted for so many years. I feel like a lot of influencers say this, like that their younger self would be so in awe and just so proud. And it's so true. When you really go for something that you've always wanted since you were a kid, it's like the best feeling to finally have that. And I'm not gonna lie and say it's not a lot of work. It is 24/7 work, at least for me, and someone that has like ADHD and is someone that is like a super hustler and always trying to be productive in like an unhealthy way. I feel like sometimes I can overwork myself and just work when sometimes I don't need to be. So going from a full-time 40-hour-a-week retail job coming now to like almost a 24/7 business that like can't run unless I'm putting in the time, effort, energy, having sick days, being hungover, wanting to go out and party, wanting to vacation. It's almost like you take for granted the job where you can just go into work, clock in, and then clock out, because this is like you clock in and you never clock out. And I'm not saying that to complain at all. I personally love that. I love a job where every day is different and the amount of work you put in is the amount you get back from it. I like really do well in that type of work environment. Sometimes it can be very creatively just draining because 24/7 you're working. Like I'm on this birthday vacation with Mac and I. He's obviously working, but if he wasn't working, like I would be working. I would be doing my emails. I would be creating content. I'd be editing content. I'd be drafting. I'd be conversing with brands. Like I'd be doing all these things. Yes, might not seem hard, and I don't want to say it's hard. I know a lot of people do ask me what I do and like what it is that I even do every day. And like even some influencers, you're like at home kind of like looks like you're doing nothing. So that's why I kind of wanted to share like what I do in a day, because obviously I don't share like 100% of what I do behind the scenes. And I know I would be curious. Like I was always curious what people I watched on YouTube did and like how you make money and all that stuff. Like it's something that I feel like a lot of creators kind of don't really talk about, or if they do talk about it, it's also like how does that, like a typical day for me is like I always have emails to respond to. I'm always conversing with brands. I don't necessarily like reach out, but it's like brands are constantly reaching out to me and we're working out deals, or we're figuring out how we can work together, how it would benefit us, and working on long-term relationships. And then I'll be filming the content, editing the content, submitting the content, and then also editing edits if they have any. And then brands aside, I'm also posting every single day, and that's on like all of my channels. I'm either filming what I'm doing at home, I'm filming new things that I got, my Amazon purchases, filming, editing, posting that content every single day. I'm somebody that doesn't like batch film content. It's not really that easy for me to do. I personally don't like doing that. I like filming something when it feels like authentic. Like if I'm building something, I'll film it and then edit, post it kind of thing. Or some days I just won't film at all, or some days I film a lot. It just kind of depends on the day and what I kind of want to film. So I'll be filming, editing, posting almost every single day. I'm also filming for YouTube 3 to 4 days out of the week. So I'll be like filming 2 to 3 days and then editing 2 to 3 days. Kind of just depends on how long and how much I'm filming and all that, and how long it takes for me to edit. I personally do everything. I just hired people in the past. I've had people do my emails, flirted with the idea of someone editing my videos, but I personally just feel like when it's me filming, editing, messaging, conversing, building my community all from me, it just feels more real and more like I did this, and it just feels more authentic. I chose this business, so like I love doing literally every single thing. Like there's not one thing that I don't love doing in this job. I also do like affiliate marketing. If I'm purchasing things on Amazon, if I'm talking about the outfit that I'm wearing, like some of the furniture I have in my house, I can make affiliate money off of that, which is like a small percentage of like what the actual product is worth. If you guys click a link in my bio, or if you click a link in my like to know or my Amazon, I'll make a small commission from that, and that is also another way that I make income. So there's the affiliate marketing, there's brand partnerships, and then there's also brand partnerships that I am not posting about on my account. And then another thing I'm working on is kind of separate from what like my social media stuff is. I'm in interior design school, and I really want to continue that and learn from that and potentially use that in the future of either my home, or I help people style their homes and their moving and things like that. That gets me really excited. And then there's another thing that I'm working on where I may potentially be starting my own company. That honestly has been in the works for a really long time. I really have been wanting to start a company. It's just I didn't exactly know what. I didn't want to rush into anything. I didn't want anything to feel like I'm just starting a company to start a company. Like I don't want that to be the case. I want it to be something that like I personally would purchase every single day, use every single day 100% say that this is like a me product and it's coming from like my heart and soul. So that is also in the works. And honestly, just like every single thing that I do, attaching that to ADHD and super hustle mindset can just be super toxic in a way that like I never ever take a break ever. When I do take a break, I almost beat myself up about it because I'm like, I could be doing this, or I could be doing this, or I could be further in life because I could be doing this instead of relaxing. It's like this toxic relationship I have with myself, but that is like a whole other topic. I'm just ranting if you can't tell. I just want to tell you guys like what I do, kind of where all my income comes from, like how I got into it, because I get so many questions on it. There's also a lot of people that want to do influencing, social media and things like that. And then there's just people that are curious, like, yeah, what the heck? Why am I always doing emails? Why am I always on my computer? Why am I always home? You know? And that is a little bit of the why on everything. Hopefully this inspires you, and if it doesn't need to inspire you, hopefully your questions are answered or you just feel more informed about me and what I do. I'm actually in the middle of writing a script over. I have to do 3 different scripts and I am on the last one. So I have to get that submitted today, and I just wanted to get majority of my work stuff out of the way today so that way I can start editing more of this vlog later in the day, because I'm so excited to edit this. Like I feel like it's gonna be such a fun, cozy, just a fun vlog, and I'm so excited for it. So I'm gonna continue working and then we're gonna get in the hot tub soon. But I was actually just outside and it's pretty warm, so I actually might put my tank on and sit outside now that it's like warmer. So comfy cozy. I want my house to have high ceilings with wood beams. I just think this is so beautiful. I wish we had like a vacation home like this in California near a beach. That is like my dream, but way too expensive and something that I feel like I would one day be able to do, but not anytime soon. So a girl can dream. This is so peaceful. I love this. The dogs are having an amazing time just like watching the birds and like running after them. Are you guys having fun? So is mommy. It's like perfect too because this Airbnb is like fenced around all the way around. So like the dogs can't leave, and I love that. I always get so nervous with Buster because he'll literally just wander off. Venom won't. He'll stay near me. He's literally coming right over here. But Buster, like, he's not there yet. He's still in the curious phase. Venom is in the phase where he just wants to be near his people. He wants to be in line of sight of us. We don't need to be in line of sight with him. Buster, on the other hand, he's like, I'll be back, guys. Might get lost, but I'll be back. See, I love being outdoors, but as soon as there's like a buck near me, I'm like, time to go inside. I try to do my emails every single day, but sometimes I don't get to do them every single day, or I just get a little busy with other things, or I like finish all of my work and I'm like, okay, the emails are gonna wait until tomorrow. Being that we were like packing, getting ready to go, I was like prepping stuff. I wasn't able to do my emails for like 2 or 3 days, and I have 444 unread emails, 293 junk mail, and I have to go through both inbox and junk. So that I'm gonna do later, but this is what I do. I'm always like, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. I should do it now. But I want to edit and post on TikTok and Instagram, and then I want to read, and then I'm going to do my emails later because I deserve to do that. A coffee. I ordered Panera, so I have Panera coming and a coffee with my Panera because I was getting work done. I was like doing emails, and then I was reading a little bit, and I just feel so sleepy. Like I just want to be like the dogs and go to sleep. At the same time, I don't want to sleep my day away. I'm gonna continue working a little bit, and then the coffee will, fingers crossed, wake me up. got a vanilla latte. I needed this so bad. It was honestly the only thing I was really excited for, even though the ice is pretty melted. It took him like over an hour to get here because this location is just so far away from anything. I left a very generous tip because I'm sure it's super inconvenient for him. A chocolate chip muffy. I didn't get a straw. They didn't give me a straw, but it's fine. Wow. That is exactly what I needed. I got a Chipotle chicken avo sandwich and then mac and cheese. Oh, I don't know if I said this before too. I ordered from Panera. I really wasn't in the mood for like anything because I was just getting sleepy, but I didn't want to like cook a meal. So like there was just like nothing that was speaking to me. But when I saw that they had coffee, like a vanilla latte, I'm like, yes, that is it. That is what I want to get. I really wish I had a straw, but it's fine. I love the Panera bread mac and cheese. The best. Cheers. So I'm gonna eat my little meal, read some more. My book is getting so good. I talked about it in my last video, but I'm still on the Stillhouse Lake series. Still on book 3. I have been putting off reading it because I really just don't want the series to end. There's 5 books in the series and I'm on book 3 and I'm just loving it so much. But I haven't really also had time to be reading much at night because I've been going to bed later. I wanted to save reading for this trip because I just have so much downtime with Mac not being here. I'm gonna finish eating, drink my coffee, read my book, and spending time alone. Pajamas on and we are ready for the rest of the night. Heck yeah. My nails match my pajamas like perfectly. It is 12:58 p.m., almost 1 p.m. All I've been doing today is reading. I really cannot complain. At like 11 o'clock, I was like, okay, I'm gonna read until 11:30. And then at 11:30, I'm like, you know what? Let me read until 12. And then at 12, I was gonna stop reading, but then my chapter ended on like the craziest cliffhanger and I like need to keep reading it, but the one that I ended on is like 40 minutes long. And I'm like, okay, I definitely don't want to continue reading for another 40 minutes because I really want to work. I want to get some editing done. I honestly wanted to edit all day today, but I was trying to like give myself grace because I feel like I always put this pressure on myself. I don't deserve the break until after I'm done working. So that's something that I really struggle with. When I'm at home, I have sort of a routine down, but it still can be a bit hard to like choose myself and my hobbies over work. It's a little toxic trait that I have with myself. I didn't really vlog much of the day today because like I said, I've literally just been reading all day. I was editing a little bit this morning, but then my computer died. So was outside for a little bit, but it's pretty chilly. And when it's not chilly, there's like so many bugs. I am a lover of the wilderness. Bugs are just not my vibe. They really freak me out. I don't know why I'm like that. I hate that I'm like that. This morning, I woke up at like 7 in the morning. I woke up right when my alarm went off. I didn't sleep in. And usually every single morning my alarm goes off, I want to sleep in. And sometimes it's hard for me to wake up. And it's because it's so dark in our bedroom. And I was literally telling Mac this morning. If we had sun coming in through our bedroom windows every single morning, it would be so easy to wake up. There's so many windows in here and there's so much natural light in here. I wish our house was like that. that. We made this really big home purchase and it just like breaks my heart sometimes that there's things that can't be fixed in the house that like we spent so much money on and like tried so hard to get. I just always have to remind myself that like I am so grateful for the house. I love the house. I love the layout. I love everything about it. But like little things like that, like just the sun coming in through the windows this morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I literally wish we had this every single day. I've been on FaceTime with my best friend like this entire time, which has been really nice because she lives across the country and she's reading too with her cat. So I'm gonna get to editing now because if I don't edit now, when am I gonna edit? It's 10:30 in the morning. We're about to go get some breakfast and go over to like the lake area, and I saw there's a Coach outlet, so we're gonna hit the Coach outlet. It's like super rainy out and cold today, so I got a hoodie on, cozy pants, and we're just gonna see where the day takes us. We just got back to the Airbnb and we went to get breakfast this morning, and then we went to the lake and like kind of walked around, and it was so beautiful there. So hazy but so cold, so cold. You could just like see all the haze like across the lake. It was so beautiful. I'm sure it looks so amazing during the summer, but I did see that there was a Coach outlet there and I really wanted to just go and walk through and just see if they had anything. I honestly don't buy bags. Like I am not the type of person to purchase bags. The bag that I most recently bought was like thrifted from this store, and it's a Coach bag and I love it so much. This is the Coach bag that I thrifted and I love it. The straps are literally breaking at the seams, but I love this bag mainly because you can do it like a shoulder bag or you can make it like a longer bag. This is like the best part about it, is the fact that it has back pocket. So I just like mainly throw my phone and my keys in here, and that's super accessible, and then you just open it up and the main pocket there. So this is my favorite bag that I thrifted. I think I got it for like $35. I've been wanting another bag, but like a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna go to the Coach outlet, see if they had anything nice. I found something. Mac actually got it for me for my birthday. I saw it in the store and I was like, I love that. I'm just gonna show you. Are you ready? Look how beautiful this bag is. I am just like obsessed with the size of it. This color just honestly goes with everything. It's very similar to this bag. This bag literally goes with any single thing that I'm wearing. I probably wouldn't use the long strap, but it comes with a shoulder strap and like a crossbody strap. But I even tried it on. I put my stuff in it. I made sure my things fit in it. I was between this color and the dark brown, but this is just like more me. It just matches my favorite bag a lot. I just thought it was different, super cute, small. It'll go with everything. I just love it. So happy birthday to me. I'm obsessed with it. We went to this like breakfast place in town that had breakfast and lunch. They actually closed at 4 and we got there around like 11. I was reading the reviews and it said that they had a really good matcha. So I got the matcha, a lavender matcha, and it was so good. After we were walking around the lake for a little bit, I almost went back there to get a matcha to go because it was so good. But maybe we'll stop there tomorrow and get food for the ride home and then also matcha because it was so good. But we just got steak and eggs, went and walked around, did a little shopping, got my bag, and now we're back home. And we're probably just gonna rot and couch potato the rest of the night. Mac wants to edit his footage from this past weekend. I want to edit my footage from this past weekend, and we're just gonna hang out with the dog. It is our last night here. Tomorrow we leave bright and early. I'm gonna go join Mac and rot on the couch.